On Thursday evening, January 11th, 1973 at 9 p.m., Americans stepped into the home of the William C. Loud family of Santa Barbara, California, in the groundbreaking WNET documentary series, An American Family. Chronicling the lives of its family members, the 12-hour documentary series made parents Pat and Bill Loud and their 5 children, Lance, Delilah, Grant, Kevin, and Michelle, household names. Unlike most documentaries of its day, An American Family had no host, no interviews, and almost no voiceover narration. The series presented the family's daily life as it unfolded in the style of cinema verite. It was the most controversial and talked about television program of its era. During its 3-month premiere in 1973, An American Family riveted the country and drew in a record of 10 million viewers a week. And it's still being talked about. In August 2022, Time magazine named the series one of the 50 most influential reality TV programs of all time. 50 years since its premiere, WNET has brought back all 12 hours of An American Family from its archives. I hope you enjoy this re-release of An American Family.
This 50th anniversary restoration of An American Family has been made possible in part by Linda and Andrew Eggendorf, and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Produced in New York by WNET. It is the middle of August, 1971. Bill Loud is on the first leg of a business trip that will take him to the offices of most of the major mining companies across the country.
Kevin will be ready for school, but the other kid who's graduating at the same time, I don't think will be ready to go to school. He's kind of got a fixation of being a top rock star. And
so top which? Rock star?
Rock star.
Oh, he's a singer.
He's got the rock group going. So I think I'll let him drift for a little while, see if he can get his own bearing.
Is this the one that's drifting in Denmark now?
That's the other one, yeah. He's drifting in Denmark.
Denmark's an awful nice place to drift. For a fellow his age, Sweden's far better. The stories to tell about Sweden are true.
They are true.
They are true.
Frankly, I'm not unhappy to see him moving out, really. I've cleaned up enough garages in my life, and enough closets, and enough yards, and without that one kid around, it's a real pleasure, and without 2 of them, it's tremendous.
They fight all the time, too?
Huh?
Do they fight all the time,
No,
too?
I don't have any trouble fighting, no. No, they're just very unclean.
Oh.
Very unorganized.
I see.
My sister's boy was voted least likely to succeed from Portland, Oregon. And he's had a lot of peddling jobs. In fact, I think you met him, didn't you? David Witzel?
Yeah.
He was selling Dayton D-belt drives or Dayton belts. I think I told him to come out and see it. And he started a little paving outfit in Los Angeles, and he has an extruding machine that extrudes curbing, and he's just cleaning up. So my youngest boy is down there working for him, and he just hates it. God, he said, God, he says, I got 8 bosses, he says. I said, God, he's making $3.50 an hour. I said, geez, you can't beat that, you know. And he's the forerunner, Charlie, of the 3-day week.
You know,
and he's got the guy works down there 6 days, 5 days, you know. Invariably, that kid is back the 4th day. He gets down there Sunday, he's back to Thursday morning. What the hell? Oh, he said, didn't have much work for me, you know. I called David up. How about it? He said, hell yes, I got work for him. I need him back down here. Now get on there. God, Dad, all I want to do is work 3 days. That's a big deal.
You know, there's surprisingly a little difference amongst kids.
Yeah, that's right.
They're all about alike.
Well, I don't know. I like money well enough to work. I didn't mind 7 or 8 days. It didn't bother me. Boy, that sure shines those teeth up, doesn't it? I represent American Steel Foundry out of Chicago for the Western states. Mm-hmm. Then I got these 2 little foundries in Seattle and Portland, and they only pour about 450 ton a month, which is not a big foundry, but we make these specialized manganese parts, and that's about the size of it. So it's about 3/4 custom parts. That's about it. And if you ever get tired of your Esco teeth, well, let me know. Got a real true blue Esco out here.
they've been real cooperative. We all make a change on bucket design or on the wheel and the lip design. They've come in and changed their plans. This makes a lot of difference.
Yeah. Where do you think is a good central location to hit the coal mines in this area?
A lot of your mining industry is coming out of Evansville, Indiana. There's quite a few. It's centralized. You got Kentucky right across the border, southern Indiana, and you got southern Illinois.
Evansville, huh?
Evansville.
That is a good idea.
Is that a swinging town too, there?
It can be.
Depends on what
How did I know all these swinging down?
Well, you got a lot of territory to cover when you cover these coal mines. I'm telling you, you got to do a lot of heavy driving to hit this in a month.
Midway through his trip, Bill has decided to take time out to visit his old friend, Bingo Osborne.
God, I got so carried away giving you that big Hawaiian pep talk, I went myself.
Yeah, you said you.
She's Bill Loud's old buddy, Bingo Osborne. You know that one. Now, there's a place for old Bingo to go. You gotta get. Maybe I ought to do that myself. So, that Pan Am was very deadly, very bad service.
I've heard it. I've only flown Pan Am to Mexico, and it was lousy service because I'd always, in those days, I had nothing but coach.
Well, they always say, well, this is an international airline, and the trip to Hawaii isn't really an example of our real hospitality. But boy, you just get on there and everybody goes to sleep, and that's the end of the line, and the steward comes around once in a while. That Continental coming back was something else. You never see.
Yes, we like Continental. We fly over to Houston, El Paso, into Phoenix.
They come on at you with, they've got the horse races, they got a horse race game they play with you on the movies. And then they got the hors d'oeuvres, and then they got very interesting people coming around to talk to you, and the pilot comes down to talk to you, and the co-pilot comes down. really put themselves out for that Polynesian suite.
What do you do in Santa Barbara? Do you just stay in the office all day long? You
Pretty well, Bingo.
Yeah. Do you run home for lunch? It's not very far.
No.
How far is it from your office to your...
About 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Well, you could...
But I had this whole thing lined up. My vacation lined up for the month of July. Patty went to New Mexico, got the kids scattered all over the country, you know, and really going to have a quiet time. And that was for the 1st of July, and the Internal Revenue called me the 26th of June and said they were coming in. And it completely 180-degreed my entire program. And I worked like a son of a gun, really, morning, noon, and night for about 3 weeks on those books. And it's a tremendously, you know, it's a big nervous strain. They come in every 3 years. You know, I said, geez, I don't know, why do you keep coming in on me? I mean, you haven't audited Bingo Osborne for about 4 or 5 years.
Good reason, too.
That had absolutely nothing to audit.
Yeah.
So anyhow, that will take it. And then when I get on the road, when I hit the road, now I can get so involved and so dedicated to the job, Rhoda, that I really don't even think about it. So I have a lot going on all the time.
I think so.
Got Lance is in Paris, and I wired him $100. And
so I'll go a long ways in Paris.
and he has a way of writing letters with all these figures and pictures, you know. And then I walk down the steps, and he'll walk down the steps with his letters, you know, and it really is a very artistic letter. So I wrote him a letter back.
Did you? Walking up the steps?
Yeah. I said, you know, I got a secret for you, you know, a big secret. I mean, I'm sorry to hear you're so hungry and you don't have any place to stay, but, and I made a big paste over, you know, and I pasted all down mucilage, you know, and I said, if you'll just cut this open, you'll have that secret answer, the whole thing. And inside I wrote work, you know.
Wonderful.
Well, Patty didn't think that was funny at all. She's her health is very fine. Her disposition is not too good.
Well,
but
might be a reason for it, you know.
yeah, well, yeah, there's plenty of cause for concern there, and so that's about, you know, how's Patty, you know.
It is September 2nd, the day before Bill is due back in Santa Barbara. Pat has decided to file for divorce and has told her children. Later in the day, she will drive to Glendale to explain her feelings to her brother Tom and his wife Yvonne.
Nancy, where are you guys going to get something to eat? Where are you going? You didn't say Pop. You don't know? I'm not getting anything to eat. I'm just going for coffee. No.
It's all over. Come on, Grant.
That's not cool, Grant.
No, Grant.
Yeah, Mom, then you'll be able to do something with your hair. Yeah.
She'll be able to do something with mine, too.
Honey, you better take Nancy down now.
Yeah, she's gonna take me down.
Oh, yeah. He's got to go get another estimate on that car.
Oh, I'm gonna take that this afternoon. I'm gonna go out to lunch with Nancy right now.
Neat.
You got any spare bucks you can lend me? I got a check.
I thought you were being extra friendly.
Well, see, I've got a check that's for $137 and another for $119, and just don't know where I can get them cash.
Castagnola will cash them.
Okay.
Any bank will cash it.
Okay. Sounds groovy.
You're gonna carry around $100 and something.
Listen, baby, I'm carrying around right now at this moment $250.
Go put it in the bank.
Yeah, you can put some in mine too.
Listen.
How much you want?
You can.
My account is, under my name. Yeah, you can have an account for me.
You have an account.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it.
Yeah.
Okay, go down to your bank. Where's your bank?
My bank is right across from the office.
Okay, go into that. What is it? Western? First
I don't know the name of it.
I don't know the name of banks either. But anyhow, go down there and put that money in and just draw out some of it. You know, just put so much of it in. Like leave yourself $20 or $30.
Yeah.
Speak it to right
All right. You got a checkbook?
Yeah. A checkbook?
Mm-hmm. Or do you have just a savings account?
Just a savings account.
Well, you could open up a...
I ain't ready for a checking account yet.
You could open
Yeah,
up
you
a
spend your
checking
money
account.
too much. Go! No!
So,
I would have had about $1 million or something. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. Okay, and listen, I'm gonna leave at 3. But I'll be home probably sometime during the night, so everything better be...
No, don't come home, Mom. That's a waste of time.
Listen, Mom, really, it's up to you.
Well, I'll see how I feel. If I'm too tired, I won't do it.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I'm driving on that freeway, because I know that freeway like the back of this hand.
And especially if you're out with me, Mom. Yeah.
But sure, you don't have to be so emphatic about it. Be a little heavy, have a little more finesse.
And then we're planning a big welcome home dinner for you tomorrow night, you know.
All right.
And so we...
Should I surprise everybody else?
Well...
I'll drive up the road.
Yeah, you can make a grand entrance tomorrow night again. But you know about that, Nancy.
Well then, shall we?
Bye, Mom.
Bye-bye, Mom, unless we see you later.
Yeah, I'll call you tonight and let you know one way or the other what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Sounds cool.
Bye-bye.
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 The relationship between the two of us has deteriorated to the point where we could never get back to whatever it is that we had that was so great.
Where is Bill?
Where is Bill? He's in Midtown, Illinois, or something like that.
Evansville, perhaps?
No.
Midtown.
Centerville.
Centerville. Okay, I'm by that. Coal mine.
When is he coming back?
Tomorrow night.
Have you said anything to him?
No, but I did tell Patty Regan. You see, I got mad at him, and I told him not to call me. And he should call the house and call the children's telephone number if he wants to talk to us and know how we are. And that he should keep in touch, which he has. Patty Regan's always known where he is this trip. And he's called in every day, and he's let her know where to find him.
So have you told him that you want to change your little affairs here? You have not. And he comes home tomorrow?
But I also told her to tell him that I had gone down and Xeroxed the copies of the income tax thing, you know, for the last couple of 3 years, and that I had gone to a lawyer, so that he will have some inkling.
So, Patty, tell me something about this, the money situation. How has that affected you?
Oh, that's the bad part. There's never any right time to do a thing like this, and probably I have chosen the most inappropriate time on
Well,
earth.
is he affected? I remember the night he was talking to Sato?
Terribly.
Yeah.
And maybe we can't even do it. Feasibly, we can't do it. I don't know that.
What do you mean fees if we use penalty?
Because when you file for divorce, you have to have arrived at a property settlement. Mm-hmm. And it's very complicated. It isn't just like, you know, ripping a blanket in two. It doesn't turn out like that at all. It isn't like you go live somewhere and I'm going to stay here in this cushy place and that's it. It doesn't work out like that. So I don't want to foul him up at all, but
Have you discussed this with the kids at all?
I have. It's the first time I ever said, okay, children, sit down. And I took each one of them and I spoke to each one of them, and I explained my position, which they could understand.
Was this a shock to them, or do you think they know?
Kids know a lot more than...
Very true. Mm-hmm. Very true. Yeah.
They are very unhappy and very upset about it because they're crazy about their father and they love me. But, geez, you know, I shouldn't feel selfish about that because I really gave it all to them. I spent all that time with those children. And I don't feel any resentment about that, but I just think that I'm glad that they understand. And they don't want me to be, you know, totally dependent on them. And it's a funny thing, they're super protective right now. Always kind of patting me and...
Shell the other night. It was incredible. I had never seen that before.
It's really strange. But they do understand, and they know that there's something bad is happening, and it's going to change their lives. Of course, they have no idea how it is going to, nor do I, except that we'll cut all the expense accounts down quite a bit. And that's about... But Bill travels so much.
Yes, but did he always, or does he travel more now?
He always has.
He always has. Patty, honestly, the thing I don't understand is you started a pattern. He's always gone on trips, right? Mm-hmm. So he's been away. Why all of a sudden are you unhappy? Go away, Kate. Why are you all of a sudden unhappy with the situation where you have lived this situation for I don't know how many years?
It isn't all of a sudden. I went into an absolute tailspin when I found... I never knew that, you know. I really thought that people lived with a certain amount of truthfulness with each other. And I really never knew that anything bad had happened until about 5 years ago. And I went down and I knew that he lied to me. And I went down to the office one night when he was gone, and I went through all those credit cards, and I saw all these fantastic places that I had been, only I hadn't been there. And that's
so this was what? So this was 5 years ago, or this was a
5 years ago. And it happened all throughout our entire marriage. I mean, to the very beginning. You know, I never knew that. I thought you make a statement of trust with people, you know, and that's the way it is. But honey, that is not the way it works out.
I can't believe you are too intelligent. You must have known.
I'm not very intelligent. I'm perhaps a bit perceptive, but I'm not very intelligent. All I know is the thing has turned out to be a drastic bummer, and all those women, it's just hysterically funny.
Well, do you think he's really interested in any of them?
No. I don't know. What? I have no understanding of that. He might have something going now that he's interested in. But the basic fact is that I am turning into this type of person that is totally unlovable. And his reaction is anger. And it is a deterioration of a relationship of two people. who need to coordinate whatever they do, and instead, and even, sometimes I sing things to him, they're kind of joking, and I can see him wince, and I didn't mean it that way. Most of the time I do, I give it the old shift, but a lot of the times I don't, and I can see that I've gone into an area that is painful to him. It's hard to describe what happens. Well, Yvonne, it's hard to describe.
Yes, but Patty, you sit there, really, just looking on the outside. You sit there and you enjoy each other. Mm-hmm. You really do. All of a sudden, you want either more or something has changed on the outside that makes you want to make a drastic step.
That's right. I'm getting more and more calls from those women. They're getting more and more, God, you shake the bush and about 10,000 of them run out, And they drain him. And it's a sad, horrible thing to watch. It really is. You look a little perplexed, but it is a bad thing to watch. He has to give them, and they don't mean anything to him.
No, absolutely.
He has to give them all of his vitality, all of everything. Don't you have a match?
Yes, I have plenty. Here. Sure. Burn yourself up.
I think it's all right now, anyway. But there's something wrong, There's something wrong with Bill. There's something wrong with me.
All right.
There's something wrong with everybody.
That was not wrong with Bill 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, or 2 years ago, or a half a year ago?
Probably nothing except
you
a
don't
little
think
bit.
Maybe you have changed?
A little bit of age. Yes, I have changed. Only to the extent that I understand now that you don't, life doesn't go on the way you have it planned. The things happen and change your life. The things that you don't want to happen can come in and be a very strong part of your life. People and things that you don't even know exist, Yvonne.
Oh, I know.
And all of a sudden, there they all are. It doesn't have to be a bunch of big bosom, fat-ass blonde businesswomen. It can be anything. But the thing, that doesn't matter. The thing that matters is that I think that Bill and I simply have never been able to have a relationship where we truly could, honest to God, talk to one another. So we know how each other feels. You don't get a thing like that very often.
How long have you been married?
Long enough.
Well, how long?
Well, you
Lance
sound
is
like
20,
the,
so I
sound
presume
like
he's
the liar.
legitimate. Yes.
So 21 years.
Mm-hmm.
But you had to have something to carry you through 20 years.
All right, now all right.
You can't spend 20 years not communicating. It's impossible.
It is possible. We talk about more things we can talk about. We can talk for hours and hours about anything that is not personal. But to say, honest to God, how you feel about something or about relationships between the two of us.
So now you want to talk about it, and before you didn't.
Well, now,
Need
no. The thing that, that's not an answer. The thing that bothers me is that it seems to be speeding up a bit, you know, and it also seems that he doesn't want to be home very much. He's angry at me, and there's some it's hard to explain, and we just don't have any rapport at all anymore. If we had any well, if we had any sex life, you know, that would be kind of nice, but it's kind of like a courtesy, thank you, ma'am, thing. And I am too young for that. I'm too old for a woman's lib, but I'm a little young for that. And he just kind of tears off, and he makes everything a lot more obvious now. Like the lipstick and powder and glunk on his shirts and things like that. And he always leaves some little thing that is turned into a game, Yvonne, is what's happened. Where he knows I'm going to find out. He's going to leave some teeny bit of evidence around that is going to turn on that green light in my mind, and I'm going to go find out. And it's so, the thing is, I know I can find out. It's a snap.
So he wants you to find out.
Uh-huh. Exactly. So having him want me to find out means perhaps that he'd like to be out of the whole shooting match. Maybe he wants me to know, so I'll stop him. But I have tried, and I can't stop him. I've done everything I can think of, and I can't stop him. He's just, it's all...
Tell me, who's the boss in the family?
Bill.
Has he always been the boss?
Uh-huh.
He's always been the boss.
Right. When he says jump, you better believe we all stand up in a row and jump. I think we do. You give me that funny look.
I just can't picture you.
You've never been a very good jumper.
No, I'm not very good at it, but I'll try.
I don't know, Patty. I haven't been involved long enough, but maybe he's the boss of the family. He certainly is dynamic and energetic and, the whole business. But I can't see you standing in line and going, saluting. That just isn't you.
Well, he scares me. He frightens me. I don't understand all that moodiness,
He's miserable. He's absolutely miserable, and he's running around in circles, and he's lost the link to something or other.
Well,
and I can't imagine that you have gone 20 years with this man, and you didn't know what he was like.
Isn't that odd?
Something's changed, and there's some mysterious...
Well, I'm going through this stage of my life now where Lance has left. Kevin and Grant are they have 9 more months, and they'll graduate from high school, and they'll be gone. Delilah has another year in high school, and she'll be gone. All my kids are leaving me. And what have I got left? I haven't got anything left. And that scares the hell out of me.
So, your children, what? Your children replaced Bill or a husband? And so now you won't have them, so now you all of a sudden are looking for, a complete feeling or a complete relationship?
When the home fires are burning and I have all these little kids around, everything's fine. And I know Bill's out working hard, and he's doing his thing. And then he comes home, and we have a really good time, and everything's just dandy, and Daddy's home, and everything's just fine. But now I understand that it hasn't been that kind of a scene. It has not been that kind of a scene. It was a phony thing to begin with.
Okay.
We were only
for 20 years is phony. You can't carry off a cinema for 20 years.
We were only a part of his life, a very good part, the best part. but only a small part. You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
All right, well, what'd you do?
All right, what would I do?
What did you do?
Well, what I did, and, you know,
You split.
Yes, but my little history was my little history, and it has nothing to do with your history.
No, but the
So we can
circumstances were similar.
Oh, well, I know.
No, it's just that I'm running scared, but I'm strong enough now, I think, to get out of it. And he knew I wasn't strong enough to get out of it before. I remember things that happened way all through our marriage that I thought didn't mean anything, you know. And he would tell me some story, and God, I believed the story all the way through. But that isn't the way it was, baby. I was a basket case. I mean, I should have been locked up. I was so bad. I was so upset. I was sick. I was so sick, nobody would ever believe how sick I was. I spent months staring into the pool. I never slept. I'd get up in the night and drink coffee and stare into the fireplace. I went into this whole syndrome, this whole sickness. And God, he could hardly wait to get out of that one.
When was that?
When I first found out about all this stuff.
You mean just recently?
No.
5 years ago.
1966. I drank a lot of booze, and I was a bad, evil, bad person. And he knew what caused it, because I hadn't been too bad before that. But I have been really like one of the kids. You know, I don't know anything about his finances. I worked in that office. I knew then.
I bet you did.
And then I knew. But then I was supposed to file all that stuff, you know, I was the file clerk, among other things. And I had to file all that junk that he'd done all this stuff. And I just got mad and quit one day. I couldn't file that stuff.
What stuff? You mean the expense accounts?
Yeah, buddy, you better believe it.
Well, do you feel, what do you think? What do you really think? What do you think about him, and what do you think, what went wrong, or what has changed, or you just don't want to put up with it?
What went wrong?
Yeah,
what has changed?
What's different now than 5 years ago?
What went wrong was that we ever even met each other. That was the wrong part.
No.
What changed is that I kind of caught on to what was happening. I've lost a great deal.
Oh, Patty, you have had not a bad life, and you have
That's right.
children. And
That's right. I've had a keen life,
lot.
just a keen life, and I have no regrets. That's one good thing. I don't have any regrets.
So you stack up the odds and so on and so forth, and we're, very lucky, that's all. And you are too. We don't even know what it is to be unlucky, I think.
No, I think I've had a very, very good life. I have no, as I say, no problem there.
Well, it's a very complex question. Don't you really think that people's personalities are pretty well set? Well, look at your own children. Before they're 10 years old, basic behavior patterns are set.
Right. I believe that.
And there's very little that you can do after that time. You can bend them a little bit and so forth, but...
I think that when Bill was faced with a family problem, he split. For instance, like Lance. Lance was a terrible problem. Something was wrong with Lance. And Bill understood that something was wrong with Lance. But you just let it go, you know. Don't do anything about it. Just let him do his thing. Let him go down and charge things and steal things and do all that stuff. But for heaven's sake, don't make a wave. Guy's sick. He needed his father. His father was off screwing around.
Well, Patty, I don't think you can blame Lance on Bill. I really don't.
I don't blame Lance on Bill. I think Lance is keen. But I think he might have been keener if he thought his daddy really loved him, cared about him.
Well, I am getting cold.
It is getting cold, isn't it? Can we go in?
The woman, whether she's capable, intelligent, or whatever the hell she is, it doesn't matter. He gives the orders, he dominates, and he tells her what to do. And she makes him feel as though he is the most fantastic thing that ever happened.
Maybe I haven't done that.
In bed and otherwise.
No, I haven't done that.
Well, if you haven't done that, then Bill, he knows what you are, and believe me, he appreciates you. I know he does. And he knows, yes, he likes you, and he respects you, and he knows he's got a fabulous woman. But he still needs to look at a woman, and he needs a woman to look at him as though he is the most fantastic thing that ever happened in the world. And it's really, it's so corny, it's so basic, it's so old that it's unbelievable. But it's true.
Well, I guess our timing was off or something.
And it's not, it doesn't mean that it's your fault. It doesn't mean that it's anybody's fault. Because Bill or any man should not let a woman get away with something. And he should make a woman or you be a woman.
He's never, ever, once, well, only one time was he jealous. He's never been jealous of me. And I've gone out of my way to kind of prod that, you know, and I never could do it. Go have a big time, baby, you know, and that's all right. We've gone through some rather intricate scenes
which is pride. You know, you're pushing, really. You take a man and you test him and you push him and you want him to assert himself so that you can be a woman.
Now, I know that this is a bad thing that I am doing. I realize that. I feel very guilty about it. I feel extremely selfish. I feel very guilty about depriving the children of a father and all that jazz. You know, everything I feel bad about. And I feel particularly bad because Bill and I never made it. Bill and I have administered enough body blows to one another, but somehow we just don't do it. And I can't live alone. I just absolutely can't do it. And that's what's going to happen to me if I don't get out now while I'm strong enough to do it. I did everything I knew how, and I did everything wrong. So, you know, it's like that old saying.
You do everything wrong.
It's like that old saying, if you first you don't succeed, try again, and then quit, don't make a damn fool of yourself. And I really have put a big thing into it. It was my life. And it didn't work.
How very sharp those teeth are. I mean, just like a razor. That must be really abrasive material, huh? In the mining fraternity, which is a wonderful fraternity, there's only about, 55 superintendents and maintenance men that are actively engaged, and they keep moving around. So it's your knowledge of the people as well as your knowledge of the product. And we went into Kaiser, and we went into, well, we've been in 5 mines. This is the 6th mine this week. We've got one kid in Paris and one kid with Volcanite, you know.
Yeah.
And
is the oldest one in Paris?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the second one's with?
Second one's with Glenn, and the third one's in Los Angeles. Yeah, the first one, some guy bought him a ticket to New York, and then some other buddy bought him a ticket to Denmark, and they lived up there on somebody's farm in Denmark for about a month, and then they got a bus ticket and went to Paris. They had the camera crew with them over there following them. He features very, very elegant clothes. He's a big guy with cloaks, you know, and drapes and things like that. Feathered hats and stuff. Great dresser. Great dresser. So I want to apologize, Willie, if I really got old Inslee there said, boy, that Cox is really after you. And I thought, oh, Christ, something fell apart someplace.
We did, but we keep losing points. Let me go get you another one of these oddball keys you're sending us.
Yeah.
I got one out in the pickup. I can get it. Get them off.
We've been through this. We've been through this pin bit with Molly Corp over there on the P&H pins that they drive. The sprocket drives on the pins, you know. And we've had nothing but study, and we finally came up with 4140 heat treat hot roll. Both Marion and Bucyrus are using the same alloy. I've analyzed 50 of those.
There's some.
Yeah, okay, that's the new knock-through.
Yeah, well.
It won't stay on, though.
It won't stay on.
Well, they sit there and jerk up and down, and
oh, God.
I guess the last ones we used, we built up inside the adapter to make them tighter. I got another one down here, so.
Really, have you lost some?
Lots of it. They're causing the rubbers to break up, too. The metal in the rubbers. Has anybody had any problem with these?
Honestly, no. And we tried them for a year and never had any, and tried them out and never had any trouble. We tried these out for a year before they went into production, and we ground that area off and a million different things, and we came up with that thing, and honestly, we didn't lose anything. We really didn't lose them, and they're on big shovels. But I can furnish you these old kind. I got plenty of those old kind if that's what you want.
Another thing, for our 191 track pads, how close are they to?
They'll be here by the 10th.
We need them Monday.
Monday?
They're using bolts for track pin keepers, or they're using a cotter key in each end?
They've got a bolt with a nut on it.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. That's one thing, right?
They're hitting on 4 cylinders.
Thanks a million for everything. And it's rock bottom price, isn't it?
Yeah. When is Glenn due back?
He was due the 5th, and he's been gone 2 months on the 5th. The shortest 2 months I ever saw. But I don't think I just told him just take your time, and half the mines are on strike, and I got everything under control, and get the job done over there.
Yeah, he had him under control.
You got everything under control.
As long as he doesn't ask for any additional money.
No wonder that kid of yours is able to work 3 days a week because he's got a little of the old man BS.
Patty, my wife Patty was in New Mexico, you know, and she was going. She stayed in Taos there for a while, and they found. She went out to the Indian village, and the old Indians got this silver belt with turquoise in it, you know, for 20 bucks. So she looks at the turquoise, and all they've done is just painted turquoise on your tin with a little blue-green paint. A blue-green paint. Oh. Genuine turquoise, lady. Genuine turquoise.
849, 10-8. There's only thing to hill there, and we'll have Carl at the
You remember Bob Lansing?
10-4.
Big Bob. Cuesta? Yeah, no, yeah, it's Cuesta, yeah. He's been in Iran, and he's bringing back turquoise from Iran that's practically pure blue. Just, it's sky blue. There isn't an imperfection in it. Really? In fact, it looks so perfect, it looks like plastic, but it's Iranian turquoise. Huh. And then you get to the question of what is good turquoise and what is bad turquoise. And it just seemed to be the beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Kind of hot.
You know what they say, don't you?
That's really weird.
It's really weird.
No,
Because
when you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not.
No,
And that's weird. Bro.
Now, me and Homer Jones and Big John
Oh, come on, don't go.
Hey, come on. I'm sorry, we have to go.
Okay, go ahead.
Diane, you really want to sit down?
No, that's okay. I mean, if you have to go. If you have to go,
No,
go.
we'll stay.
We'd appreciate you leaving.
Now.
Where are you going?
Now, that may sound really weird.
Really?
Weird.
Yeah.
This is awful. I am. This is awful. Thirds.
Well, we'll see you later, girl.
Guess we sure won't wait. You'll
Yes,
see me about 2 o'clock in the morning. Half the ice in the refrigerator.
This is gonna be in a balloon.
No, back to the stick of the gun.
That's a really weird centerpiece here.
What?
There's some more wine or.
It's right behind you, the box.
Whoa!
Just get it. Shh. I'm expecting
We'll see you later.
No, one is changing. Go ahead, I'm expecting a little weird jerk anytime. There it is.
Thanks a lot, don't help me.
Oh! It has just entered the lower regions.
Danger, danger, danger.
Are the giggles coming on? Anybody? I think they're over here. Where? Over here, right in the seat.
You're just keeping them in or what?
He's sitting on them. I haven't got the giggles. That's really.
He's trying to hold them in, but he's not doing it very good.
No, they're staying. They're now gone. Leave it to Nancy. Bring them back.
That wine has disappeared over there, eh?
Enough.
I don't know.
Brad's got the giggles.
Thanks.
He's Italian. He's pure Italian.
I'm about 50%. I'll just scrape this up here.
Why don't you open that other thing over there?
Wow.
Another pan. This is kind of dried out.
Who volunteers to get hot?
Pardon?
Who's volunteering to get hot?
Well, we have to go to the airport anyway.
That looks awfully dry.
We have to get some water. We have to
To pick up Dad.
Pick up Dad. Pops. Popo.
I see.
You're going to pick him up, right?
That's a nurse.
Mom, you have to. You're the only one that can pick him up. You have to.
This is bad.
Grant.
This is a drama farm. Talk to me into it.
I'd rather you didn't. It's gonna be sort of a sticky situation.
about 800 pounds of bags and get rid of all those odd-looking things. Everything else is pretty normal and down to...
Besides Mom and the Volvo and school starting next week, everything's...
Delilah home? Big Brad still here?
Yeah, well, we were having a little party and I came out to pick you up.
Fine. I hope not at my end of the house.
No, not this time.
Where are you down at the Darby's, are you?
We're in mine now. We switched to my end.
I noticed. To your end of the house?
Yeah.
That's my end of the house. That's the end of the house I'm talking about.
Oh, that's...
So anyhow, well, I was in Kentucky for 5 days. Didn't have a drink for 5 days in Kentucky. No kidding, it's a dry state. They don't serve any liquor in it. I got them there Sunday night, and they don't serve a drink in Kentucky. And anyway, unless you're an elk or an eagle or a Shriner, and I'm not any of them. And then last night, a guy told me, he said, well, they got bootleggers that you can go. So I was very happy to get back over the Indiana line. Had a fantastic call, and they're very happy to see me come in.
Naturally.
Say, I talked to Kevin in Bougainville this morning, you know. At 2 o'clock in the morning, he's in Bougainville with the Big G.
Yeah.
And they're going to go to Port Moresby on Sunday, and coming back to what is it? The French Island on Monday, and they'll be back about the 20th. When does school start?
Next Monday.
Do you know that school starts the 1st of September in Arkansas?
Really?
And they're having a referendum on long hair in Arkansas. They're having a great debate on whether they should have long hair and short skirts. And it kind of reminds me of the old argument we used to have in Santa Barbara. So how's everything on the home front? The little Wolverine is very uptight, huh?
Very hot, very hot.
Huh? Got the duplex teeth out ready to go at the jump at the side of a very tough.
Yes. It's not gonna be any peaches and cream.
Walk right into the lion's den, huh?
This 50th anniversary restoration of an American family has been made possible in part by Linda and Andrew Eggendorf, and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.